President Donald Trump giving his second State of the Union address last night. The city is responding to a remark made by comedian Conan O'Brien on a late-night talk show. And city leaders have been trying to bring the Paw Sox to Worcester for years. And after less than an hour-long plane ride and a quick Uber trip, we made it to Times Square, where we spent the day checking out the sights and the sounds of the city. Significant snow is expected Saturday night into Sunday, followed by a deep freeze on Monday. Was this an apparent Super Bowl prank? A small street in Millbury gets an unauthorized name change, paying tribute to Patriots QB Tom Brady. Earlier today, firefighters lined Temple Street as fallen firefighter Christopher Roy was brought to St. John's Church. Mechanical issues on the Framingham-Worcester commuter rail line this morning, leading to delays. This is the second year Worcester has not had a first night celebration, but plenty of other local places are still finding ways to celebrate the new year. All right, thank you, Chandler. Duct tape on the shoes. I like that piece of advice. We will have to try it out. One of three men convicted in the killing of Paxton Police Chief Robert Mortel in 1994 is seeking parole.
They started early with Pedro, and we've got more from City Hall coming up later on in the broadcast. Olivia, let's send it back to you.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, guys. And the developer of Worcester's Polar Park says she is excited to work with the city and has a strong vision for the ballpark. The two paramedics were dispatched to the De Silva home for reports of a woman in imminent labor. After days of cold weather coverage, it looks like I got the right assignment today, getting to report inside, checking out a few places that are sure to keep you warm. Snow started around 8 a.m. across central Massachusetts and picked up throughout the day. At almost 230 years old, you can tell just how old this house is with every twist and turn you take.
I'm going to be signing a national emergency, and it's been signed many times before.
Presidents have declared almost 60 national emergencies in the last 40 years. 31 are still in effect. Political scientist Erica Cornelius-Smith says she's never seen a national emergency declared over a domestic issue like border security.
Usually we see them in relation to issues overseas with hostile governments or foreign states. So we have emergency declarations right now involving Syria or Zimbabwe or North Korea.
The assistant professor at Nichols College says she understands the president may be frustrated at how slow-moving the process can be to get the money he needs for border security, but calling for a national emergency is not necessary. Friday, President Donald Trump made the move in order to get up to $8 billion for his border wall.
I want to do it faster. I could do the wall over a longer period of time. I didn't need to do this, but I'd rather do it much faster.
We'll probably see fairly quickly some kind of challenge in at least one of the federal courts, maybe multiple challenges in court.
State Senator Michael Moore says regardless of what the president thinks of the process, everyone is supposed to work together in a democracy.
You've got the president, you've got the U.S. Senate, the U.S. Congress. Those three entities are supposed to come together for a compromise, and this is not a dictatorship. And they're supposed to agree on the funding of these projects.
Moore says this sets new precedents for future presidents.
What happens, okay, when President Trump is out of office and now you have a president come in that declares that we have a national emergency, a crisis as far as health care, or that with gun control. Now they can use this precedent and move it towards that direction.
Trump says he's ready to fight for the wall, even if it's brought to court.
It's a great thing to do because we have an invasion of drugs, invasion of gangs, invasion of people, and it's unacceptable.
Dozens of students at the College of the Holy Cross are protesting the school's response to alleged sexual misconduct cases on campus. Most recently, a professor was placed on administrative leave for allegations of sexual harassment. Students say they want the college to be more transparent in these types of cases. More than 200 students lined the halls outside of College of the Holy Cross President's office Monday. They are demanding the school cut ties with a professor accused of sexual harassment and be more transparent when it comes to all cases of sexual misconduct.
We believe there's a culture of silence that's been perpetuated and just absolute complete mishandling of all of these cases across the board.
And there's been such a culture of silencing and trying to sweep it under the rug to keep a nice image up for the college. But as of late, that's something that's been crumbling, you know, and something that's been cracked.
Students gave a list of 4 demands to President Reverend Philip Burrows, calling for administrators to acknowledge philosophy professor Christopher Dustin's alleged sexual misconduct, terminate their relationship with him, conduct a third-party audit of the college's Title IX office, and a review of the dean who checks information about sexual assault on campus.
We are just completely enraged that he was allowed to remain on campus and that people just were notified of this and that it took the president a very long time to respond.
In a statement, a college spokesperson says, "We want our students to make sure their voices are heard, and we appreciate that this issue is a serious one." Father Burrows has already expressed to the students his willingness to meet with them and have this important conversation so the students can make clear their concerns and we can continue to work together on solutions.
We need a bigger change here, and hopefully we at least get some clarity as to why action here has been so slow, you know.
Last summer, an artist in residence resigned from the school following allegations from students who say they were sexually abused by him, and a student-run Instagram page has shared more than 100 stories of sexual offenses on campus.
While those 2 faculty cases are really spurring us here, especially since the Instagram came about and all of that, we really just need to change the culture and make sure the administration is listening to us because they clearly haven't been in the past.
And we're told the students did meet with college leadership, but the conversations will continue tomorrow.